Hey everybody! After a long delay this morning on my end, we're gonna finally get started here with a best of one ranked Throne of Eldraine draft here. No desktop audio for you all, unfortunately. That's part of my compromise here of actually getting going. We're missing that audio, but play some music for yourself, and you'll hear something besides just me talking. You're also going to hear me talking here about my sponsor, Card Kingdom. You know I love Card Kingdom. I'm a legit customer. I don't just say I like them because they sponsor me. I appreciate the sponsorship, but I'm willing to say I like them because I do. I shop there every week is about right. Certainly every couple of weeks I make a trip to Card Kingdom, and whether it's my son and I have a gaming tradition now of going and having some ice cream and games at Cafe Mox at the Seattle brick and mortar location. I know that's not available to most of you watching, but what is available is the website, cardkingdom.com. You can get there through my affiliate link down below in the panels or in the notes of the YouTube video. And if you go there, you're going to find everything you need for your tabletop magic experience. They've got you covered. They've got great prices. They've got great shipping and great customer service. So whenever you need anything for your tabletop game, please consider Card Kingdom, and please consider going there through my affiliate link. That would be a great help. Thank you. Thank you, Card Kingdom. Oh, also, we are doing a charity event I'm going to mention right now. If you would like to support sick children having an incredible camp experience at no cost to them, you can give me a little contribution towards my goals of this Chalice charity event put on by Card Kingdom. And on October 27th, we are going to battle with modern decks that we have made through the sets that we are drafting as part of this experience. So if you want to hear more about that or see more about that, go check out that charity link. It explains a little bit what's going on there, and would love any contributions on that front. But we're going to jump in and draft here. Try to shake it off. Well, Witch's Vengeance is pretty great. We're going to start there almost certainly. I'd like a Charmed Sleep. Spinning Wheel's a decent colorless place to start. Reef Soul also excellent, but Witch's Vengeance is gems, and it's good. You just you have to not be too greedy with this card, I have found. You need to... If you can get a 2-for-1, that's great, but don't be embarrassed just using this as a murder, right? If you can sorcery speed, take out a 3 toughness creature that's bugging you, that you could do a lot worse. So we're going to take that. And what else are we noting here? Yeah, there's a lot of green, but it's not really great. I mean, they're all fine. Trapped in the Tower, Charm Sleep, and Reef Soul, the triple removal spell row here, is what I like next, but we'll take this. All right, Rare is gone from this pack, but we do have we have an Epic Downfall, so I think we should just follow with another premium black removal spell. Beanstalk Giant is great, Turn into a Pumpkin is great, but... And I Run Away Together is another thing you're going to want if you end up in the mill deck. But this is pretty obvious with a black first pick and a premium removal spell in the same color. I saw Fairy Vandal and was like, yeah, I'm into Fairy Vandal, but Reef Soul, again, fits what we're talking about. Just, you can make an argument for Adversary, for Fairy Vandal, Scorching Dragonfire, all good cards, but Reef Soul is a good card, and it keeps us mono black. You could say, okay, if we didn't have anything in our pile right now, I'd be with you on debating between these two, but I think the all black nature of our pile right now is makes me just want to keep going on the single color when there's such an excellent pick for it. Clover, we could build around that. Might take that. What are our other options here? Curious Pair, Tome Raider. Kind of just want to take Clover and see if we can make that work. The opportunity cost, if we don't get there, is like a Tome Raider or a So Tiny. But, well, the thing with the adventure stuff is generally the adventure spells are worth a card. So when you Lucky Clover, you just need to adventure spell once. Generally, you just need to adventure spell once before you're and then you're happy with your results. So I'm going to take the Clover, stay monocolored in the meantime. Well, we could Rimrock Knight and Lucky Clover that side of town if we wanted to get a little aggro here. We're all removal so far, keep in mind. We could just take into the story, though. And let's take Malevolent Noble as on color and fine. Keeps us open. Yeah, kind of want the more powerful card, but this is fine. Noble's fine. We'll stay black and see what we can find to support it. Well, it's looking like blue is what's here to support it in this pack. We've got Witching Well or So Tiny. Do you like the card draw? I think it's one of these two over any of the black cards remaining in this pack. We could take Profit if we really wanted to stay open, but that seems silly. I think we take one of these blue cards. So, yeah, tall as a beanstalk is unbeatable if people don't draw their bounce and removal, yes. Yeah, I think you're right with the well. We started off with 3 removal spell. Whoa! I did not click that. Come on. I didn't even click it. I was just trying to bring focus to the screen. Oh well, we'll get this Witching Well. F you. All how my day is going so far, I guess. I'm going to take a Forever Young here. I clicked up here and it decided I, in fact, clicked on a card. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. I don't like really any of this. Take a Cabin. Kind of want a Jousting Dummy over a Wishful Merfolk. This is a little bit more useful on defense in a blue deck, but Jousting Dummy has been a replacement level card for the Knight deck. So I'm just going to take this. Maybe we'll play. Not a fan of any of these cards in this situation, but we'll take a Ginger Brute on the chance we get a lot of support for it. I don't like running just a unsupported Ginger Brute, but you can play some power, toughness, and equipment increasers and stuff. Now, no, So Tiny shouldn't be going this late. That's kind of nuts. This is why you can get all the tall as the beanstalks you want. Sunset asks, is there a consideration that you want the less present creature type because of Vengeance? You may now end up in a situation where you want a Vengeance at night, but you awkwardly have a dummy in play. No, I don't think you do that. Then you don't have the play. Like, Witch's Vengeance has a high ceiling and a variable floor that you just have to play around, but I'm not going to play around it with the contents of my deck. This is an interesting pick. Bognati is strong if you're playing a lot of food. I don't have anything for the Lucky Clover yet, we should note. I think we just take the Gargoyle. Looks like we're black-blue. Yeah, I mean, Sir Kara is good, but I don't know if we want to start red. I mean, Witching Well and So Tiny are real cards, and we get to add a Vantress Gargoyle to it. I think that's better than this. And we have Bognati is where we're already at. We don't have any food yet other than a Ginger Brute, which I'm hoping we don't even play. I'm just going to go with a Gargoyle. This is interesting. Another Epic Downfall, or a Sir Conrad, or Charmed Sleep. I think we just want Sir Conrad here, actually. We have a lot of removal so far, and this is rare level power at uncommon. So let's take Conrad. Bake into a pie to continue the bottomless removal theme going. Here's a Bognaughty we can grab. Thank you, Hodder. We'll look for more food from here. Maybe this Tempting Witch will wheel. Well, they clearly have this cycle of uncommon knights, so even though on power level you could argue for swapping Conrad into rare, they wanted to complete the cycle of powerful uncommon knights. There's Bell of the Brawl, but with what we're doing, I think we just want the Witch. Yeah, Counterspell would be okay here as well. But I think we want the Witch since we have a Bognaughty. Trail of Crumbs would be nice if we were in green, given the food stuff we have going on. But we can take a Barrow Witches and decide if we have enough knights to play it. Sir Conrad, and we have the Jousting Dummy. Still not really doing anything with this Lucky Clover. That's too bad. I was hoping we would get that to go to work. But we'll take a Barrow Witches here. Reef Soul or Lost Legion. We may be at the point where we just want creatures, and that is a knight that could help make Barrow Witches playable. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 removal spells. Egg is here also. Help. That's always a fine, just throw it in there type pick. Looks like some dispute on this one. I'm going to poll it. We're going to do a poll for Reeve or Lost. Honestly, I think there's a good chance we can pick up either one of these from here. You know, we may get more Lost Legions, we may get more Reeves. The bots seem to value both pretty low, so it's almost a question of what are we gonna, what are we gonna do? Lots for Reeve, a little bit for Lost. Magazine says it's easy because we have so much removal, but it's mid pack 2. We can take the removal and work on the creature angle after. Here's a Sword Master. We'll take that. A little knight sub theme starting here. Here's a Lost Legion we can grab. I like it definitely over this removal. And I'm going to ignore this removal again for a second. Forever Young. Because, you know, the mill decks get your first one. You got to have the second one. I'm going to take Vault Progress here. Tempting Witch. Super nice to get that late. Not hoping to run this Eye Collector. I'd like an Into the Story for some extra card draw. I'd like the Witching Well that the game denied me. 2 Witching Wells would be nice here. We're just going to take Castle Vantress, though. I don't think there's... I'd like run... There's some things I'd like here, but this is a playable gems. We're going to take it. This is a very nice uncommon for us. We don't have exactly the mill strategy going. We're just kind of grindy, but this is counter or removal, so we'll take that. Maybe this will wheel. Great green-black deck we could have had, too, with multiple Trail of Crumbs and food making. Queen of Ice, another So Tiny. Maybe time to start taking random creatures just to have them. This is also a knight in case of letting us play this Barrow Witches. Well done, Hat. Is this a skewer deck? I don't really see this as a skewer deck. And we could take the queen, but I think we would rather just have... I don't think we're playing the clover at this point, honestly. Certainly not for the queen. I'm going to take the paladin, stay heavy black, and lean into knights a little bit. Here's another Barrow Witches. That is why I'm trying to lean into knights a little bit. We could take a Tome Raider too. This Barrow Witches may wheel somewhat like the Lost Legion. So actually I kind of like the Raider here on the expectation. Or we can take Clockwork Servant. Servant's not bad. Focus in on our heavy black here. I guess a 2/3 on the ground that draws a card most of the time is right along the lines of a 1/1 flyer that draws a card every time. Yeah, let's take Servant. I like it. Gonna pass on the third Forever Young. We could take a Malevolent Noble, but we're also... we're not doing a ton reliably on turn 2. We got Gargoyle, Noble, 3, 4, possible cycling. I don't think we're playing this. We only have 4 turn 2 plays right now. So it's Well or Noble, and with the... would like to draw some more cards, but I think filling out our 2s with a solid card like Noble makes some sense to me here. 4 is okay, it's not great. Here I like an egg over a Didn't Say Please. I was talking about wanting Didn't Say Please in the mill deck and everything, but we're not a heavy blue deck, so I don't want to go in on that. I think we just take the egg here. I'm gonna try and keep our blue pretty light in this one. We're gonna be mostly black. We are grindy, yes, but I think we're winning via damage, not milling. Like we take Vantress Paladin, although it's never going to be a 3/3 with how much blue I want to play. So I'm actually just going to take another Noble. And we could take a Scavengers at this point. We don't have too much going. We don't have anything going on at 6. It'd be a fourth Noble, or yet another 2. Now we're pretty full on 2s. But yeah, this is a knight. I don't want to go overboard on the knight thing. I mean, I would like to play this Barrow Witches, but we don't need to go overboard. But I think I'll stick to the plan. This is fine. Yeah, Scavengers is better in the abstract, but I'm going to take the Swordmaster. This is fine here over the Cauldron. Another Runaway Together. I don't know if we want to run too many of them. I don't know if we want another Jousting Dummy, though. I don't know if we're playing the first one at this point. Clover and Swordmaster, not enough, though. Right? We have 2 Swordmasters, and that's it. Right now, we're just not playing this Clover. Like, I hear you, but this isn't enough. Hengewalker? Do we really need that? I mean, we don't have a lot of 3s, but that's a pretty weak one. But if we're not going to play the second Runaway Together, we could do it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure none of these make the deck. I'll take the Hengewalker, but I'm putting it right in the board. Sure, another So Tiny, pick 11. The Barrow Witches comes back. And another Forever Young. I don't think we want 3, though. Let's see. Let's do this. Well, 7 cuts. Where are we at? 17, 13. Gosh, I don't want to cut anything. Cut the brute. That's pretty easy cut. Now it gets immediately difficult, though. Like a lot of what I'm seeing here. Maybe 1 Barrow Witches can go. Yeah, I guess the Jousting Dummy can go. Maybe even this egg. I don't know if we want Runaway Together at all. Cut 1 Noble. Yeah, we can cut 1 Noble at least. I think we want at least 1 of the So Tinies, but maybe it's not doing enough. Maybe we cut both So Tinies or 1 and a Runaway Together. What does this do for us? 13, 11. Yeah. Yeah, we could look at mono black, but we lose a lot of power. But if we wanted to look at that, I guess it would look like this. And then we pull in Henge, Walker, Egg, Witches, Noble. We could go mono black. We've not tried that yet. Is the consistency worth it? Could even go 16, add a Forever Young. We'll come back and try it, but let me see if let's see what people think. Poll for mono or for blue. This is just where we'll start. I'll start with whichever way chat wants to try it, and then we'll come back and revisit. Pretty close. Well, we do have, we also have an Epic Downfall for your 4-powered attacker. Let's try it. Let's try this and see how it goes. Then we'll come back. I'm curious. Chat is too, apparently. You might be right, Sunset. We're going to give it a try. But Sunset expresses one of my fears of the heavy removal deck that has no card draw. Congratulations, you removed 5 of their things, but their 6-1 killed you. So we'll keep this, though. Probably just going to cycle Forever Young on 3, unless we get something else to do. Or we can just lose to Folio Fancies. That's totally another thing we could do. Well, yeah, I guess we need to hold the forever now, right? We got to use all of those. Beat Folio. Kind of want to fire off the Vengeance for no value. Get it out of our hand. Well, the reason you would cycle with the Folio and play is to find pressure to help you with beating them before the Folio gets you. And for some reason, Oppo is giving us a chance to reduce our hand a little bit. Of course, our only real play here is Clockwork Servant and Forever Young, both of which draw a card. But we'll keep it up. We have a Bog Naughty for the next turn. If they don't start on this Folio, they're going to lose their advantage with it. Not a bad mill as far as those go. That one a little more painful. And the frustrating part, although now we get to name Merfolk and kill their squad. We could play one of our 5-drops out instead. Did we get a... We could get this knight back. Let's just take out their Merfolk. That at least takes away run away together, repeat mill plans from them. This sure is fun, though. I gotta stop whining about mill. I'll stop whining about mill, but I do wish Wizards would adjust the bots soon so that some of these cards were, that Secret Keepers were ranked just a little higher. That would be nice. Scrying barely matters unless we're going to use Forever Young right away, which I don't think we're going to do. Yeah, well, it does not take many days to discover what's newly broken about the bots, you know what I mean? Krauser, I've explained loosely. I don't want to betray any secrets or anything, but I mean, I think there's things anybody could figure out just by looking at it. That clearly the bots send and receive signals well, so they clearly care about color, but they got to start somewhere. So the basic way I think anybody can tell that the basic way it works is that they are picking cards in a fairly prescriptive way until they find colors that they're in, and then they draft those colors. All right, with 7 mana, still don't have a great 2-spell turn here without the use of Forever Young. We're at 13 cards. I think we have one more turn before we need to fire off Forever Young. This is annoying because now our ability to connect for the win is harder, but we'll play a Bog Naughty, try to fly to the win. I have not done that yet, Raptor. I need to get that act together before I present anything. Yeah, Witches into Swordmaster is reasonable. I'm kind of waiting for them to mill my Conrad, and then we can go Conrad Forever Young, get him. Half tempted to get 2 points of damage in here, but I think that can wait. Maybe I'm supposed to Forever Young while their shields are down. Didn't say please on Forever Young is pretty brutal. How many Forever Youngs do we have? We have 3 total. There's one, only one, so there's one more Forever Young in the deck as well. Suppose I can use my untapped.gg thing to see. All right, they got our other Forever Young, and we're close to needing to fire off like 7. I don't want to cut it too close, but I also want to, I guess, Tempting Witch out makes a nice threat of activation on that Scavengers, and we can attack with everything. The trouble is if we do activate that, all right, they're going to say, didn't say please that. That's fine then. New plan, new plan. I'm going to Forever Young, and we're going to put a 2-drop on top so that I can cast it out of hand right away. Keep us down low against the folio. But I'll attack first. Not even that many, you know? So it's got to be Noble or Swordmaster. And no other knights. So yeah, we'll leave Noble on top and then probably put the Tempting Witch. Although they're going to mill us. So like we're going to have 3 cards in hand when they mill us. So they're going to mill the top 3. Kind of want to put our least important ones in the top 3. And then go into like a witch. I think this will... It's tough to know what order to do this in, but I think this is reasonable. Oh, yeah. So maybe we go like this? I don't know, it's tough. I'm gonna do this. Gets us back to 12 cards in library. We'll see if that's enough to close out 12 points of damage here. This Hengewalker is not one I really wanted to draw. It was Witch that I wanted to draw, and so I messed that up, which is too bad because I really wanted to threaten the Scavengers. I guess we can go 3 draw, but then we don't have enough to activate. May have to just start throwing away creatures here to the Scavengers. They're an effective 15. but it's what we got to do now. Oh yeah, Henge isn't the one that draws. Never mind. I was thinking of this one. But yeah, we can do this. I'm afraid of a run away together here. That would be pretty devastating. I don't think we can recover from a run away together. And there it is. All right, well, it gets him a little damaged. I don't think sacking is right. Maybe it was. But I feel like this is still kind of what we're forcing him to do. Yeah, I'm putting this back out. Just debating whether there's anything else we wanted to do there. We could play a 3 and have Noble ready. But if they come back with the Scavengers, they don't get to Folio. Down to 4. I think we're just dead now. Man, it's hard to stay on the air right now. 1 hour of wrestling with tech difficulties and then just to jump right back into yet another mill deck. Like, I'm going to give straight mono black another try. Blue might be correct, but I don't know. Might have been able to counter something. I've never seen it go late, but hard to say. I may seriously consider playing on Magic Online tomorrow. Well, Forever Young would help us find a third land. I'm going to be a little greedy, though, and hope we draw one. Yeah, maybe I'll go play in whatever other ranked queue is available. That's another option. Draw more cards. Yeah, looks like we're unlikely to get milled out in this one, at least. I'm going to draw with the golden egg. And probably the Forever Young as well. Let's start with an attack, though. Just cycle the Forever Young. We're actually not doing anything much with the golden egg. We can actually just sack it to the noble. I guess we do have our food chucker, the flyer, Bognaughty. So I'll leave that for now. Take the 2 and cycle one of our Forever Youngs. Yeah, maybe it was worth it, but they didn't block. Did they block the noble? They didn't block the noble, right? If they blocked the noble, then I should have done it. I didn't think. I thought they blocked the servant. Goblin, Knight, and Wall, Gnome, and Noble. We could take out. But these are both trades. I'm fine with continuing to attack here and seeing what they want to do. I should have started Conraded first, I suppose, but this is kind of what I expected. They don't want to make these trades anyway. So let's drop our rare. How do you do Magic Online cost effectively? You play incredibly heavily way back in the day, build up an incredible supply of commons that then go on to be valuable because of Pauper, sell all those commons, and then have a nice bankroll for the rest of your life. That's how you do Magic Online cost effectively if you're me. Sorry, that's not very helpful. Ultimately, it's the same thing. There's not much to do other than win as much as you can and sell your stuff back to bots at the right times. Did LSV specifically say he doesn't think the set... Does he say it's not good? I kind of remember him saying he's afraid it's too much of a good thing, but he didn't... I never heard him settle on, and it is bad, you know? I don't know. So that's a lot of damage, but we are just going to go ahead and take it. And try and recover from here. Just epic downfall that thing. Probably correct at this point. We can epic downfall Lost Legion and keep up the pressure. You can also Witch's Vengeance. It does the same basic thing, though. We're just going to do this. They're short on land. We got to kill them before they kill us. Hey, Buckeye. Salt and tears is what we're cooking with today. I'm going to say no to all this a little bit on the underwhelming side, although Hengewalker does get through. There is that. I think we just do this, though. Another double strike knight. think we just bake this knight into a pie, keep attacking. Deck is, oh, I didn't update the record. We are 0-1 after losing to Mill, and now we're trying to take out what looks like a mono red knight deck. But they got a lot of damage to do in one turn here, I think. All right. One to the good here. So let's go back and revisit now. We cut blue. Let's just take a look at our blue. We cut all the blue, and mono black has been going fine-ish. I mean, we lost a mill, but whatever. Yupster Nor asks, do you usually end up in mythic rank? I don't really see rank, Yupster. I play on multiple accounts and not super often on either. So I do not judge myself on rank and don't really look at it because of that. But if you want to see my transparency of how I'm doing, I do keep a spreadsheet of all my results. So my own spreadsheet is a more valuable tool to me for assessing how I'm doing with a format or whatever than whatever rank Wizards wants to tell me I am. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we had I had major issues today, and including reintroducing the audio issues that I thought I solved from earlier, from last week. So we have settled on, well, at least we can hear Ryan, for better or for worse. David Vero points out that untapped.gg is a nice overlay slash tool that you can install for Arena that will help you track your own stuff. Yeah, I also, Hat points out that I play a ton of best of 3, which isn't ranked at all. More reason that I just don't even, basically I try to make sure that my rank reaches maximum gold, reaches gold, so that I can get all the gold you can get from the rewards, but that's all. So anyway, back to this. Do we want, hey, thanks, Monger. Do we want to put in any of this stuff? I don't know. Now that I've played the mono black and I'm looking at this, I'm wondering what any of this does for us that we're not already doing here. I mean, Vantress Gargoyle can be something. But that's the thing. It looks impressive, but it kind of takes a while if we don't really mill. And everything else is kind of doing what we already do. I mean, Witching Well could draw some cards, but that doesn't seem worth including. The more I look at this, the more I'm down with just sticking with the mono black. Right on, Yupster. Thanks for showing up, and thanks for pledging to hang out. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep this. I think I've answered my question. I just don't think these are worth the oppression to our mana, given the jobs that they would do for the deck. I want to change this name though, so it's not so spoilery. How about cut crap? I would be surprised if if it were exposed. Untapped profiles, that is. All right, we'll keep it. If they show us an island, we won't cycle the Forever Young, but if they don't, we'll probably cycle the Forever Young here. Just walker it up here. Well, I guess I'm gonna, well, let's see, do we care about this? I feel like they're gonna make stuff for us to bake and downfall, but are we racing a rider? We're gonna be able to drop a witch that can help a little bit. Maybe I'm gonna say no blocks and see about trading the witch for the rider instead. Yeah, I am happy to trade off, but I want to do it with the witch here. This seems like a fine trade to me. This is where I want to be trading for that rider. Or trading for So Tiny, as it turns out. But that's okay. We can Epic Downfall. And, well, actually Golden Egg first, I suppose. Still get the Epic Downfall. Now with 2 pieces of food, we are doing okay on the race. If they come up with something else huge, we can bake that into a pie. Eventually, though, they can start wheeling our walker, and then the rider is just getting in cleanly. Well, now they're showing mill, just when you think we weren't against a mill deck. And 2 of our 3 Forever Youngs now gone. But it looks like we'll get a knight back. That's nice. Yeah, we get Swordmaster back. That's enough. Anything's enough. We could do this, but we have no knights, so Curry Favor does nothing. Except dodge hand destruction, but... Well, if we can avoid our 3rd Forever Young being milled, then we get a lot of looping going on. Reeve Soul is now not going to take out this rider, but sadly we may need it to take out the Secret Keeper so we can keep our pressure up. And with 6 mana we get to do both. I'm just going to Reeve the small one. And, well, we could Swordmaster. Let's start with an attack. I'm actually going to Swordmaster here. Yeah, the knight can trade with the rider. This saves for a bigger green threat, and we still have an activation on some food to stay ahead in the race. And it's got lifelink for the trade. If they're going to do that, though, then I think we should just try and bake it here. If they're going to go into tap your dudes mode, let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do this now. Now they've kind of got to choose between adding defenders or tapping with the wheel. Paladin is nice. Trades with our 3/3 and holds back our 2/1. Let's see if we can find some action. I'm gonna hold the food because we have 8 mana. We can eat food to stay alive if we need to. If we get Bognaughty, we're gonna want to play it and chuck some food immediately. Bognaughty off the top right now. Not quite, but Malevolent Noble can eat its way to the top. Kind of want to just offer the Swordmaster here. Even if they want to eat the Swordmaster, they take 3 and go to 2. Although if I'd done that, I should have played the Noble to make it bigger. I'm going to hold the Swordmaster, but we'll see if they want to make this trade. They say no. Too bad we don't have a second knight. Yeah, but I do want to... I'm going to go ahead and link. Try this. They might have didn't say please, but I think we kind of win if they didn't say please here, so that's okay too. And then playing the Swordmaster still gives us 2 activations on Noble, which is enough to defeat the Paladin. Hello, Malversador. What's up? Feels like they got something, but we're going to make them have it. And if they try to eat the Swordmaster, the Malevolent Noble can do some eating of its own. Got our first, well, we could have gone blue-black. We decided to go mono-black here. Well, what are they up to? I guess we find out. Yeah, that's 1. Okay, it's like you got something for 2? They needed 2 things and they only had 1. I don't know. They were just making us have it, making us attack, I suppose. I think we ended up with both witches in here because we kind of ran, you know, as a mono black deck, our only things that we could add are this and the Eye Collector, basically. Nothing else makes any sense. So I think we're good. Yeah, looks like they clicked through the tap or something. No, Clover has not enough hits. We have the 2 knights, 2 swordsmen. Yeah. It's too bad. We took Clover, pack 1, pick 4, feeling like, yeah, we're totally going to draft around Clover, and then just really didn't get the opportunity at all. What do you know? Island. Yeah, we literally never had a chance for a Reaper. Well, hopefully we draw a land here off this egg and get our hand going. All right, nice. Where's Hat? Smells like it didn't say please, but we're going to... Well, I guess we could throw either one. I guess if they're going to counter, I'd like them to counter the Tempting Witch, so I'm going to throw that out. No, didn't say please. Good to know. Do we give him even any more time? Let's see. Human. All right, we can get rid of all the humans. We already got some value out of the witch. And we have a forever young. I kind of like kill all the humans. It's a 2 for 2, but we have some food and we put a stop to their innkeeper stuff. Oh wait, I should have attacked first, see what they want to do. Doesn't really matter. I could have attacked, but I feel they would have certainly blocked, so it didn't really matter. I should have made him do it, but I don't think that cost us anything. All right, let's drop Adamant Paladin. Run away together. No, adversary. Well, we're going to reave the heck out of that thing. Hey, Robert. Thank you for the sub. Crushing it. Nice. Don't even need to do it before attacks. Might as well attack here. And let's see, if we forever young, we can get back a witch. I don't know if that's worth it when we kind of want to draw land, but I think we'll reave. Yeah, I'm going to cycle. I'm not going to get the witch back. We're going to look for land. Found the land. Charming. All right, Conrad, get on it. Oh, that's just bad updating on my part. We are on free to play. Thank you. Well, guess who's having an epic downfall? Now we can Legion up, see what's coming. Another Forever Young. Well, they're blue. I'm going to assume they're going to try and mill us out eventually. We'll keep the Forever Young. I don't think we need the land here, though. Noble can sack this. Ooh, yikes. Well. I'm going to dump creatures. We can start to trade for serpents and eventually Forever Young for some serious damage. Yeah, we can start throwing food. We have 9 points of thrown food damage plus some Conrad Mill damage. Happy to do some chumping of the thing. Really don't have much to Forever Young back here, but I'm going to pass, and we're going to try and burn him out from here between Malevolent Noble sacking this and throwing food. Let's start with a Conrad activation. And again. And chuck food. And still don't have, let's see, now we could ping twice with Conrad. But I'm going to save that for next turn, and right now we will, I guess we could Conrad Fireball now. With 7 mana, that leaves us with 5, and then we pitch 1 with the Witch and get 1 sure grind. The thing is, right now we're winning off the Witch, so we only have 2 in the yard. I'm going to wait a turn, because right now we just win. Yeah, and we could sack the Paladin, or really anything we want to the Noble. You know, let them scry, see how they scry, and then we have Conrad. So scrying isn't actually the best for... Yeah, they went 3 bottom anyway. Yeah, they gave it up. Chucking food from behind enemy lines. Or behind our lines, I guess. Who needs to attack indeed? Happy to get at least 3 wins out of this. 1 more win and we're above 500 with this mono black deck that we drafted out of left Dimir and headed to mono land. Keep this. We have Egg into Witch into a nice 4/3 threat. Presuming 1 swamp along the way here. There it is. If they play something that's oppressive with this skewer, we're just going to have to reave it. Well, nothing from Oppo, so we're going to go with the slightly bigger threat here in the Servant. Well, that's not reavable. Unbereavable. As a dad, I can make the same jokes day after day. Let's see. All right, well, we can at least play our Paladin, and then they can decide on whether or not they want to send theirs into this. Of course, if they get another, if they put the skewer on it, we might have to just trade with our Paladin, unfortunately. Don't know what else to do. It's a pretty big beast here. I keep clicking adamant just in, like, I don't know how the auto tapper would find a way to not give me adamant on 3 swamps, but just in case, you know, just in case. We can also just take this. We're not in a bad racing spot. We've got an extra 3 life. They'd be taking 6 on the crackback. Yeah, they don't even want to, but now I kind of like sending in the Paladin, since it can't be blocked currently with the Menace, and then we can Tempting Witch and still threaten to trade for the Paladin, which I would do here if they want to attack in with that. Maybe even cycle a Forever Young here. Makes some sense to me. God, it probably would do that. The auto tapper would like, oh, we're gonna sack the egg to make blue so that they don't get adamant. Why am I cycling the Forever Young? We're not against mill, so it's not like we need a million of these. We just kind of want the 1. We have 3 in our deck, partly to fill out the mono blackness. What I really want to do is find a real, find some real removal for that Paladin. With all the food we have going, though, I'm going to keep racing. Heck, now I'll just do it this way. And we can make another Tempting Witch. But also, yeah, I like another Witch. And then we get to start chucking food again. In fact, given that I want to chuck the food, I think I'm just going to play the Noble as well. I'm just going to let it attack. Somewhat risky. I mean, I don't know if there's any double strike instance or something, but if they want to keep attacking with their 7/3, I like our chances in the race. So I say, bring it, Oppo. Yeah, Embercleave. I guess I'm not going to play around Mythics, but that is a thing that could wreck us. All right, now with 7, let's Reave the small one. That allows us to cleanly attack with the Paladin and uncleanly attack with the Noble. Yeah, they get 2 food if they kill 2 things. So they could also get food here, and this drops them. Yeah, I think we're good with just attack with the Paladin. It gets through, it drops into 6, and then Witch says, I'm lethal again, you know? I guess I shouldn't have played the Noble, because one of the things we could have done if I didn't play this Noble is, like, block, sack, they don't get food, we don't get damage, and then the Witch can go the distance here. Are you sure? Because they had, I guess if they didn't get to activate their, I kind of counted them as a virtual 9, but, oh, there's something. Trample and haste, but is it enough? 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 is not 13. If they attack, we take it and win. And if they don't attack, we win. So I think we just win. This witch is doing work. Or, I don't know which witch is doing work, but one of our witches is doing work. Maybe they're splitting the shift. Yeah, you're right, Hat. That's the part I wasn't thinking about. All right. Up to 4. Oh man, I didn't spin. I was so distracted this morning. Who knows? We completed all our quests now, but I totally forgot to spin our quest. Boo. I was a little distracted, let me say. Really need a land in the first couple of draws, but if not, we have at least can run out a couple nobles, so we'll keep. Find one more land and we get this servant out on 3, that'd be excellent. I'm not too high on the Cauldron Familiar without the oven combo. Where are you guys at on Cauldron Familiar with, you know, reasonable amounts of food but no oven combo? Do you like it? I'll go ahead and offer a noble for noble. We have a lot of Forever Youngs, a lot of things we want to do with Graveyard, so we're in Sir Conrad and everything. It's a repeatable blocker, but if your big plan is like, hey, we get to chump until we run out of food, that's not a ringing endorsement for a card, right? All right, so Scott, tell me about the deck where you are really happy to play a Cauldron Familiar when you don't have an oven. Like, what else just has to be going on before you're happy? Like, a lot of food? Well, now the noble has sacked the cat. I'm just going to reeve their noble before they can get too big with it. And then we have good attacks here. Yeah, skewer on the cat is pretty solid. That's a good point. Good one. I've been losing the thread on bothering with land updating. Just hasn't felt very important to me. I would absolutely sack the servant to trade for the adversary, but I will also trade the paladin for it. So I'm going to go ahead and first offer the noble. It would be a 2-for-1, but adversary is just that good. It hurts to 2-for-1 yourself, but it hurts to just sit here taking attacks from adversary all game. Could have just played the paladin and tried to block there, but I kind of like getting our aggro on with paladin. All right. Conrad v. Conrad. Let's do it. Don't kill our Conrad. I want to kill your Conrad. Well, that there is a card. Maybe they got nothing but land in hand and nothing but land for the next 6 draws in their library. It's possible. 6 mana. So we're going to go Bog Naughty because then next turn we have Tempting Witch with Bog Naughty activation, and our Sir Conrad can attack into theirs. Now we're going to beat the Great Henge, and then you're all going to be like, whoa, he beat the Great Henge. Are there any good cards in Standard besides Field of the Dead and Oko? That's all I ever hear about. Ugh. Really sad there. Maybe we'll find Forever Young. Hey, well, we have 2 witches and didn't get our payoff for that. That's too bad. Let's see. Do we want the Paladin? I guess the Paladin can start attacking. Let's get our Paladin down. Could offer Conrad, but I'm going to wait. We're going to get our Bog Naughty back with one of our infinite Forever Youngs and then do some work. My wife has never played a game of Magic, no. She's not much of a gamer, really. She likes casual word games. She likes puzzles. You know, she likes to do newspaper word puzzles and crossword puzzles and that kind of thing, but she doesn't like the competition. $22 to $24 in library. Although they have Forever Young, we have like 3 of them, so. Oil Can says, would you mind me asking what your specific focus was in your philosophy major? Graduating. If I had to say what my focus was, it was actually critical thinking, and logic and critical thinking were the things that were my most important aspects of my philosophy education to me. I was the teacher's assistant in a critical thinking class that was one of the most valuable things I did in college in terms of classwork. Basically, logic taught you the structures of valid arguments. If A, then B, A, therefore B, you know, valid logical constructs. But then critical thinking was about how to evaluate the truth value of the premises. And that has been the thing I've taken with me the most. All right, where are we at? My turn. I guess we're not. Yeah. Do a little drain here, why not? Yeah, the best thing philosophy did for me was help refine my ability to present, defend, and assess arguments. (16 to 23), but we know they have a young. I don't think we can get through 15 cards worth of value before we're dead, though. Here's where scrying is kind of worthless, because if we scry anything to the top, they'll Conrad. But if we find a Forever Young, we can put it on the bottom. What does Reeve Soul get us? Not much. Reeve Soul gets us the Tempting Witch that could start to kill us. I think we'll just leave them both, and they'll probably mill them both. And I'll even go ahead and play this Witch. That thing's no joke. If we let Conrad go, though, then they get the Conrad engine all by themselves, which is instant doom. So I might have to just take this 8 and hope we find one of our good cards. Heck, if we don't want to draw, one of these, we should mill ourselves. I was hoping they would mill for us, though, given our top. Yeah, I think we want to Reeve their Witch, so I'm going to go ahead and do this once. We're mono black here, yep. A little bit of a head game here, although it doesn't really, like, even if we get this Reeve milled, we can live off the top of our deck. It looks like they're giving it to us. Gotta kill the Witch or we're dead. Of course, they have Forever Young to get her back, but one thing at a time here. Yeah, we have to start trying that plan with Conrad and just dump all of our mana into Conrad every turn. But I think it starts with not dying to this Paladin. Yeah, I'm with Hat. Be careful. Be careful out there. All right. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to eat some food. Just what we needed. Yes, Rocky, there's a big difference between flirting and simply being a nice human being to other humans, and I'm with you. So I've, I think we're dead, but let's try and not be. See, we're not dead. We got this. Mill him for 11 on upkeep. Oh. Oh. All right, now we're dead. Yeah, my general advice on seeking people to date and seeking partners is to go seek cool people in all of their shapes and forms and talk to them, and everything will flow from that naturally and better than if you go out thinking I'm gonna get a partner. Go out thinking I want to meet cool people. It's a much better mindset to think I want to go meet cool people than I want to go get laid or find a date. General advice, Queen. General, uh, not suggesting you've said anything untoward or inappropriate here. All right, we'll keep. Doesn't look amazing, but we'll keep. We have 2, 3, and 4, and even 5 if our paladin dies. I think we're all being misquoted here now. I'm gonna attack. Maybe they won't block. That's a pretty decent attacker into Raven. Even start chucking food, I think. Boo. All right, that's lousy. We'll still attack with a Hengewalker, but that hurts. Human Knight, Human Warlock. We could do humans and actually get back the Knight with the Witches. Yeah, I think I'm in for chucking some food and then killing all the humans again, because it gets back our paladin and creates 2 reasonable attackers when we're out of them. Funny, you'd think that a thing this big would be good for an epic downfall, but it is not. I guess I could have attacked. Wait, can't I? Oh, I should have attacked with the walker. No, actually, it doesn't matter. It would not have mattered at all because of the stupid revenge. So I was thinking this could block, though. That's why I didn't attack. Yeah, and they still can't block yet because they don't have 4 cards in hand. I don't. They can't draw off the well to sudden block us. So we'll go for a Barrow Witch's attack and then drop the Paladin. So annoying. That's what they should change the name of this card to, since it goes 13th pick and stuff. All right. That's how it's going to be. That's how we're going to die. Well, for what it's worth, my wife is 8.5 years older than me. We met when she was 34 and I was 26, and both of us were thinking, please be 30, please be 30, please be 30. I proposed to her within 6 months of us meeting. April, May, June, August. No, maybe not meeting. Definitely within 6 months of us dating, though. And we got right on the kids thing because of my wife's age. But that was one of the things, you know, early on we both agreed that we wanted kids, so that was pretty straightforward to get on that. That can't block. That can, Piper can eat that. Yeah, nothing to attack here. Good luck to you, Queen. We're all rooting for your happiness around here. Oof. Could have used that. Never getting it back. We've got 17 to our 20. Maybe we can find our mythic uncommon and mill them out somehow. Yeah, I mean, we got to do something. I don't know. We're doing it. Because we have a bunch of Forever Youngs. Let's find a Forever Young and... Heck, we find a Forever Young off the top, we can re-deny the Vantress Gargoyle its attack. Oh, I thought that was a mistake. I legit thought it was the end of turn. Obviously, I didn't want to activate it in the middle of their turn. I just didn't see where I was. That's a 5-point mistake, though, when we're trying to survive our way through this thing, so no joke. Trouble is now they've got endless chumps on the rat front, but we kind of have to make them chump. I don't know. I think we're very, very dead here unless we find specifically a Forever Young soon. But I don't feel like we can just sit there and let him make rats either. So... it's a real problem for you, huh, Nantuko? It's got to be the genes. was the cargo pants, huh? Was this the 90s? All right, we need Forever Young right now. Bring it. Not brought. We get attacked with these, but we lose 2 for each. Yeah, we're just dead. All right. Well, in classic form, we got out to a pretty hot start and then petered off a little bit. Glad to have the 4, though. 4 wins, not bad. Not this exact. 4 wins is kind of like my default par in these things. Like I feel like our win percentage is such that we should be winning a little more than we're losing in general. So this is just an average finish to me.